Hello, I'm Krista Kopp, and you're watching the NRA-ILA Grassroots News Minute for Friday, March 16th. By now, many of you have heard about Emily Miller's journey to own a handgun in Washington, D.C., but for those of you who have not, it's a pretty remarkable story. In the wake of the landmark decision in District of Columbia v. Heller in 2008, where the Supreme Court struck down the district's 3-decades-old handgun ban, Emily Miller began the difficult process of handgun ownership in the district. Miller was the victim of a home invasion and said in an interview that she would have felt safer with a gun by her bedside. As an editor for the Washington Times, the young journalist decided to document her journey in an editorial series for the paper. The process to own a handgun in the district took several months and endless frustration. Miller paid $465 in fees, signed numerous forms, had to pass a written test on gun laws, got fingerprinted, and was the subject of police ballistic tests. All of this required her to take multiple days off from work. But just last month, and after the required 10-day waiting period, Miller finally became the proud owner of a Sig Sauer handgun. She was one of the very few who was successful. In a recent interview, Miller indicated that she plans on advocating for Washington, D.C. to rewrite the district's laws to make them fair for all law-abiding citizens. In fact, in a recent development, the D.C. Council's Committee on the Judiciary began work on a bill to roll back a few of the most extreme provisions of the district's post-Heller anti-gun laws. Though final council action hasn't yet occurred, the version of the bill passed by the committee on February 29th would eliminate the district's mandatory 5-hour training requirement, including 1 hour of live fire. Instead, would-be gun owners would only have to watch a video presentation on gun safety, an easier alternative that even the district's police department had favored all along. Among the other changes, the bill would also end the requirement that handguns registered in the district be test-fired for ballistic identification, a requirement that has proved useless in the handful of states that have imposed it, and postpone the implementation of a California-style microstamping requirement. You can read Emily Miller's series at www.washingtontimes.com. NRA-ILA would like to applaud Ms. Miller for highlighting the district's nearly impossible path to handgun ownership, and you can rest assured that NRA-ILA will continue to fight to functionally restore the Second Amendment rights of law-abiding citizens in Washington, D.C. and across the country. Please be sure to visit our website at www.nraila.org for more information on stories like this and for legislative updates.